Traditional leaders of Navrongo have called on President Akufo-Addo at the Jubilee House in Accra, led by the Paramount Chief, Dennis Akufo-Addo. The chiefs hailed the government decision to turn the Navrongo campus of the University of Development Studies (UDS) into an autonomous university of technology and applied science. The chiefs promised to give land for the construction of the infrastructure for the university. Edward Nyako reports.
Delegation from the Navrongo Traditional Council consists of 7 elders of Navrongo skin, some members of royal family, and the 8 eminent senior divisional chiefs of Navrongo. They were at the seat of government to thank the president for the support he gave them during the funeral of the late paramount chief of Navrongo, Dr. Augustine Belenia Ada. His successor, paid Dennis Belenia Ada, praised the administration of President Akufo-Addo for the planting for food and jobs and the rehabilitation of the tunnel irrigation project. The spokesperson of the Navrongo Traditional Council is the chief of Mayoro Pay, Dr. Akufo-Addo Munchi.
Furthermore, we are most encouraged and deeply humbled by your government's decision to turn the Navrongo campus of the University for Development Studies into an autonomous university of technology and applied sciences. Your Excellency, Mr. President, to support this laudable initiative of your government, the traditional leaders are prepared to offer the necessary land for infrastructure expansion and development that this decision implies. Your Excellency, in order to give meaning to the proper institutionalization of traditional governance and to insulate the institution against its associated tensions and conflicts, we have decided to rehabilitate the broken down colonial Navrongo Traditional Council Secretariat located at the precincts of the Navropio's Palace. This, in my view, will provide space for a new secretariat and a convenient platform that will position the Navrongo paramountcy on the proper pedestal for effective traditional governance, museum, and a base for developing a documentation system and culture.
President Akufo-Addo commended the Navrongo Traditional Council for the peaceful succession of the skin of Navropio. On turning the UDS campus at Navrongo into an autonomous campus, President Akufo-Addo said the decision is irreversible and will work hard to translate it into reality.
The decision to make the Navrongo campus of UDS an autonomous body so that you have your own university, that decision has been made. It is irreversible. The processes towards it, are underway, and I have no doubt that very, very soon the reality will also be established. Grateful for the offer of land for whatever expansion is required for the facilities of the university. I have no doubt that will be needed, and I'm happy that in advance the traditional rulers have found it possible to make this offer. I'm not surprised. There's an academic amongst the traditional rulers, so this is a self-serving offer that has been made. And then the decision you have made to rehabilitate the base of the Traditional Council is a solid one. And then the Minister of Chieftaincy Affairs will be told about the request that you have put before me, and you'll see what he can do.
Also at the seat of government were family members of the late C.K. Tedem, who passed on early this month. The late C.K. Tedem was the chairman of the Council of Elders of the NPP. The spokesperson of the late C.K. Tedem family, Colonel John Obiba Kuse, said as custom demands, they were at the Jubilee House to extend an invitation to the president for the funeral of their father. President Akufo-Addo described the late C.K. Tedem as a link between the founders of the UP tradition and the NPP.
We are here to express our gratitude once more for your kind decision to give him a state funeral, and especially in his hometown, Paga. The paramount chief of Paga, who is his nephew, the people of Paga and of the Kasuna-Nankana area welcome this decision. Our father lived not only for his family or his native Paga. He has served his country in various capacities with utmost devotion. He was selfless, dedicated, humble, and a unifier. Out of his near 94 years on earth, He has spent over 6 decades in Ghanaian politics, beginning from the colonial era. He dedicated his entire life to his God, his country, and to his party, such that on his sickbed, Mr. President, these were the 3 main preoccupations and not his children or the people of Paga.
The late CK Tedem was 94 years and will be buried in his hometown Paga in the Upper East region on June 22, 2019. Edward Nyakun reporting for GBC News.